Mesdames, messieurs, j'espère que vous allez bien. On est aujourd'hui sur Harold HALIBUT, du moins sa démo. C'est un jeu qui a l'air très original, qui devrait sortir courant d'année 2024. Ce jeu est fait par une petite équipe et je pense que ça va être un de mes coups de cœur de cette année 2024 puisqu'il a l'air complètement incroyable. Je vais vous montrer pourquoi. On va commencer une nouvelle partie tout de suite et je vais vous laisser découvrir un petit peu l'introduction au jeu.
Harold, I'm afraid I need you to come with me.
Oh, hi, Major. What's the matter? Is that leak bothering you again?
It's your fine, your unpaid fine.
I had a fine?
You still do. Tubing without the proper credit on your tube card. Can you settle it now?
No. But wait, I'm sure I topped it up.
Improper tube card management, Halibut. You surely recall that since last week, the Energy District tubes require your tube card to be topped up with blue credit if an onward journey to the social district is intended, in addition to the usual weekly turquoise credit.
Wait, but only last month it was a green.
I don't make the rules, Harold, but the rules make me. Now let's get you over to the fine secretary so we can all get on with our day.
Fell foul of the end-user insufficient funds clause. I'm afraid if you really can't pay, you're going to have to think of someone who can.
I guess that means you'll have to wait for the professor again. Who knows what she sees in you? Right, I'm needed elsewhere. There's a disturbing rise in the number of people traveling without the appropriate tickets recently. I hope for both our sakes not to see you again soon, Harold.
N'est-ce pas rafraîchissant, mes amis? N'est-ce pas époustouflant? Franchement, les graphismes de ce jeu me laissent sans voix. Apparemment, Harold a une dette et on va devoir la payer. Alors on va s'asseoir. Comme vous pouvez le voir, les graphismes sont très particuliers, puisque en fait tous les décors que vous voyez, les modèles de personnages, ce sont des modèles qui ont été faits donc dans la vie réelle. Un petit peu comme on ferait pour un film ou une animation stop motion, vous voyez.
Oh.
Yeah. Could you let me wait in peace now?
Oh, sure. Will do. Have fun.
Aussi, j'ai remarqué, j'ai déjà pu regarder une petite vidéo du jeu, et j'ai l'impression que c'est fait vraiment de manière cinématographique.
Busy times. Mr. Secretary, please charge whatever Felix's fine is to the company tab, please.
Of course, Mrs. Van der Vaart. Have a pleasant day. You too, Master Van der Vaart.
Freedom! Have fun, Harold!
C'est-à-dire qu'on risque ici d'avoir un jeu très narratif.
We reluctantly interrupt your daily business for some important information for all inhabitants of the Fedora 1.
Dear people, crew, and company, we seem to have discovered something super cool. Please do consider to congregate tonight at the Agora Theatre for some important information.
Oh, Harold, here you are. I've been looking all over. Get your buns to the lab, if you please.
I do beg your pardon, ma'am, but there is still the matter of an outstanding fine for Mr. Halibut to find a proxy for. A completely reasonably priced and fairly applied fine, if I do say so myself.
Sir, please do not cause me further consternation. Just put it on my tab as always. Come on, Harold.
J'arrive. Ok, on est venu me sauver. C'est parti.
Mr. Halibut, you'll need this before you go.
A ticket home?
Yes, and only home. It's not valid for any other routes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And your tube pass should be unlocked again within 24 hours. So you'll be back to the luxury of fully automatic tube travel eligibility approval once again.
I can't wait.
D'accord, on peut juste aller à la maison. On peut pas aller autre part.
Every time I need you, Harold, it's something else. What's wrong with you? I can't handle your shenanigans while we're in the middle of this mess.
I know. I'm sorry. Next time...
This must have an underlying cause.
Vous voyez, ça parle beaucoup, ça développe beaucoup l'histoire. En plus, au début, c'est très important, on a besoin justement... Oh, tiens, lui, il bouge. On a besoin de se plonger dans cet univers, mais regardez-moi à quel point c'est joli. C'est très sympa.
I was never in a daydream, just... the other stuff was boring.
Harold, I'm not sure which is worse. The idea of you living with your head in the clouds or never being excited by life. Only boring people get bored.
I'm sorry, Professor.
Seuls les gens ennuyeux s'ennuient. Où est-ce qu'on va? Secteur Théo ou bien station? Je pense que nous sommes à la station centrale. Ah non, d'accord. Il faut aller à la station centrale.
Destination chosen. We hope you enjoy your all-water tube system journey. You have arrived. Please exit the tube in an orderly manner.
Ce que j'apprécie, c'est qu'on a un vent de fraîcheur en fait avec la manière dont est fait le jeu. Alors, où est-ce qu'on doit aller? On doit suivre la scientifique apparemment. Ok, secteur du labo. Secteur de l'énergie. Il semblerait que ce soit le secteur du labo. Hein.
Enjoy the view.
Ok, cool.
But Harold, I'm tired of chasing after you like you're a stupid butterfly.
Hang on. What's a butterfly? That sounds silly.
A butterfly is an insect from Earth. They had beautiful patterns on their wings and drank pollen from flowers. I suppose you could say they often appeared in extra-natural moments in life. On the other hand, they were terribly inefficient, flighty, overly trusting, and delicate. Ergo, you never take responsibility, and I never know where to find you next.
Je suis un peu comme un papillon, effectivement. Et donc Harold ne sait pas ce qu'est un papillon, puisque, comme vous pouvez le deviner, nous ne sommes pas sur Terre. C'est aussi ce qui fait le charme du jeu.
I know I drift off a bit sometimes, but All Water raised the tube fares again, and they never announce it properly. This time it really was an honest mistake. Plus, there was this woman who...
Quiet, Harold. We don't have time for your flights of fancy right now. There's important work afoot.
Oh, yeah.
Have you checked the blockage in the filter station yet? And did you need to feed the fish too?
Ah, yes. Those two. I'm on the case. Bye, Professor.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, I'm sure those are all my tasks for the day.
You seem to have waylaid your PDA. It really is a wonder you get anything done around here.
Ah, thanks, Professor. It's got a life of its own.
Strangely enough, I noticed you hadn't added your daily task list to it. And I don't want to have to remind you about them again.
Oh, thanks. Let's see. So I access the list. It'll come back to me.
Just go to the 4 selection buttons.
Okay. Where were they again?
The upper right of the pad.
Ah, yeah. Top of the 4 buttons, right?
Le pauvre Harold, il a l'air un petit peu tête en l'air. Hein.
Cool.
Regardons
Then I
voir
use
ce
the
PDA.
navigation knob to highlight, and then hit the bottom button.
Precisely.
Okay, great. And
Et là, on va
it's the
avoir
rightmost button
les
to go
différentes
back,
tâches à effectuer
right?
pour aujourd'hui.
Indeed. Now hop to it. And I'll see you at the Agora arcades when you're done.
Ok, il faut que je m'en souvienne. Je fais les tâches et je la retrouve à Agora. Alors, nettoyer la station de filtration. Maro m'a dit de nettoyer la station de filtration pour changer et nourrir les poiscailles. Mais regardez-moi du coup un petit peu l'environnement et comment tout cela fonctionne. On dirait vraiment d'un côté qu'on est spectateur en fait de ce qui se passe, mais on a quand même le contrôle du personnage. Nous, on vient des laboratoires. On peut aller au lounge, comme on peut continuer. Alors attends, est-ce que je peux courir un petit peu ou pas ? Comment est-ce que je peux courir ? En appuyant sur X pour Xbox, ou en appuyant sur carré pour la PlayStation. Alors j'ai pas regardé honnêtement si le jeu sort aussi sur les consoles, mais a priori oui, puisque il me demandait de brancher ma manette dès que j'ai lancé le jeu sur Steam, donc il y a moyen que ce soit aussi sur les consoles.
I think it's one of those all-water ad-only models.
Should still be good for watching the announcement on tonight, though, right?
You're really gonna watch that? They'll just announce another tube price hike again.
Well, who knows? Diego from Health Services said he heard something about the reveal of something important.
Ah ok, là on peut répondre du coup effectivement. Qu'est-ce qui t'amène ici au fait ?
What brings you to the lounge anyway?
Would you guess that the tubes to the utility district and the social district are down again?
Strangely, yes. I can't believe that. Does that mean school is out?
Yep. The Bambinos are happy, and I don't mind the time off. But if it goes on much longer, they'll forget everything.
Won't they do their homework?
Maybe. The whole social district is off limits right now, so at least there won't be much else for them to do.
Is that why you're hanging out here?
Mostly. It's just kind of cozy here, though, you know?
I suppose it is.
Anyway, don't mind me, Harold.
Sonsus Ask.
What is Sonsu's Ash?
Yes! Sansu's Aşk, Eternal Love. Best and only Turkish novella we have on board. I thought season 18 was bad, what with all the drama around Emery's cousin and whatnot. It's worth powering through to season 36, though. That's where the plot really thickens.
I'll try to check it out sometime. Bye, Chris.
See you later, Harold. I'll be here if you want some company.
Je trouve aussi que l'ambiance sonore est très réussie. La petite musique, le téléviseur là en l'occurrence qui était en fond, et puis sa voix qui résonnait plutôt bien. Le gameplay, alors je pense qu'au niveau du gameplay, ce jeu, malgré tout, hein, va plus se focus sur l'histoire que sur le gameplay en lui-même. Mais après, pour un jeu un petit peu en stop motion, vous imaginez bien, on peut pas non plus faire tout ce que l'on veut. Apparemment, je peux pas aller là. Donc voyons voir si on peut faire autre chose. Il est où le système de filtration? Peut-être au niveau 1. On va se dépêcher, hein. On va pas trop s'attarder. Les WC. Il y a peut-être un truc, hein. Qui sait? Il y a rien. On peut quand même interagir avec l'environnement comme ceci. Ça, c'est pas mal. Donc ouais, par exemple, tous les décors là qui ont été faits, ça a vraiment été fait à la main et introduit dans le jeu, bien sûr à l'aide des techniques hein, d'informatique. Je ne saurais vous dire exactement comment ils ont fait, hein, c'est leur petit secret, je pense, mais c'est très réussi en tout cas. Observatoire en bas et botanical concept. D'accord, il y a un truc à gauche.
Hey, Sai.
Oh, hey, Harold. What's going? How's up?
Just doing my usual rounds. Trying to clean the fish and...
Moi j'ai plein de trucs à faire et je discute avec tout le monde.
Super nice. How are the fishies doing?
They're swimming away, looking good. But there's no food left in the fish feeding machine.
Ah, lovely. Yeah, I've been thinking about fish a lot recently. I've been wondering if, given fish blood is such a good fertilizer, the slow-release phosphates and nitrogen, but we don't want to hurt fish. If samples were taken, we could somehow synthesize the...
Sai, that sounds very interesting, but what about the food for the fish themselves?
Hmm? Oh, yes, sorry, Brad. Didn't I restock the other night? Must have just thought about it. I'll have to formulate some more.
You make the fish food yourself?
Oh, I do indeed. I'm working on a new recipe at the moment, in fact.
But I mean, can fish even taste?
It's not just about taste, it's about nutrition. We want their gills to function optimally, don't we? And their pigments to express as vividly as possible, a bit like flowers.
Sai. New fish food would be great. I'm sure they'll love it.
Well, I'll get right on it, promise. Yeah, I think I have a test batch. Yep, here. A little taster to keep them going. You should try some too.
Thanks.
Ok.
I'll let you know what they think.
Donc là, je vais pouvoir nourrir les poissons normalement. Bah. We're free out here.
Did you see that?
Was that fish real?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, even if it wasn't, their methods are getting way more sophisticated lately.
Yeah.
I kind of look forward to seeing what stunt they're going to pull next.
Me too.
Mais du coup, vous voyez, un petit côté humoristique aussi à l'histoire, tout en restant, je pense, parfois sérieux. C'est ce qui était marqué, c'est ce qui est marqué sur leur page Steam justement. Ils essaient de faire un mélange entre humour, une histoire malgré tout attachante, sérieuse.
Fish message mean, do you think?
I guess something about exploring the planet.
Didn't it say what's out here?
Ooh, like they've hidden something.
Maybe they think the ocean is a conspiracy too?
Ok, donc il y a une histoire avec les poissons. Les gardiens de la lumière, apparemment on a une nouvelle note. On m'a rappelé de nourrir les poissons, ok. Rien de nouveau apparemment. Voyons voir si j'ai pas autre chose. Là on peut pas aller en bas. L'observatoire est fermé. Ah, filtration pump. Ok. C'est par là. Ah, regardez, il y a une petite tentacule là, par la fenêtre. Ah ouais. Ah, les petites lumières LED là. Ah, c'est très très sympa, très très joli. Ça doit être le système de filtration du coup. Est-ce que c'est le système de filtration de l'air que l'on respire ici sous l'eau? Il y a moyen. Alors, qu'est-ce que je dois faire? Ah oui, je dois peut-être aller dans le rouge, donc bas et encore en bas. Yes. Ça c'est fait. Maintenant, je vais attendre que la jauge se remplisse et j'appuie. Oui, pourquoi pas. Est-ce que j'ai fait le bon choix? Je sais pas. Ça m'a l'air un peu farfelu tout ça. Apparemment ça a fonctionné, ok. Et il me reste plus que nourrir les poissons. On va remonter tranquillement voir Maro, je crois que c'est comme ça qu'elle s'appelle. Il y a le lounge ici. Ah oui, c'est là où on a vu le type qui nous a parlé avec ses télévisions. Est-ce qu'il y a des détails à voir par la fenêtre? Il n'y a pas grand-chose. Hein. Allez, retournons dans le labo. Et je vais essayer du coup de nourrir les poissons. Là normalement j'ai un nouveau échantillon donc je devrais pouvoir l'ajouter. Alors. Ah, il y a un truc ici aussi. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Little fishy, your little dishy is now served. Okay, Harold Bot diagnostic report. Scanning. All tests.
Ok, on a accompli toutes les tâches.
Enjoyment evaluation minimal. Energy levels deep.
Il a pas l'air de s'enjailler le pauvre.
Next destination, Agora Arcades.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, on doit retrouver la petite Maro à Agora, qui est je ne sais où. Qu'est-ce qu'on a là? On revient du coup, oui, dans notre chambre. Oh, on a une petite chambre sympa quand même. Mais nous, ce qu'on veut, c'est pas la chambre, c'est Agora. Alors, niveau 1, on va peut-être devoir prendre l'ascenseur. Hein. Niveau 1, niveau 2... alors, nous, c'était vers la gauche qu'on voulait aller. Et emprunter le tube, là, qui nous asperge... Ah non, là, c'est le labo botanique. Donc, c'est pas là. Ouais. C'est là qu'il y a le fameux tube de transport.
Ah, why isn't this working? So typical.
Comment ça marche pas? Comment on fait, nous? Merde. Aller à la galerie marchande, terminé, donc on peut pas, du coup, ouais. Regardez l'annonce. L'annonce. Alors, attends. I can watch the announcement on the TV in the lounge. Ah, ok. Ouais, par contre, là, il y a un petit problème de traduction.
Hello again.
Hey, Chris. Ticket not working. Mind if I watch the announcement with you?
On va regarder ça.
Not that I actually live here.
Oh, it's starting.
All Water Corp announcement.
We chose the stars, not instead of the Earth, but because of it. We chose sacrifice and responsibility. Well, we didn't, I guess, but our ancestors did. And we wouldn't be here if they hadn't. Left, I mean. We'd be back on Earth. And where would that have got anyone? We may not have ever seen our home, tasted its air, or gazed across its boiling seas, but we remember it. And then we made a new home, even if it wasn't quite what anyone had in mind. And one corporation over all others helped make that possible. All water. On that note, I'd like to introduce Madam CEO Brenna Castlejock.
Good day to you all. As you may know, I am Brenna Castlejock, the CEO of All Water Corporation. More importantly, I'm a citizen of the Fedora just like you. And it's my unmitigated pleasure today to show you what you're about to see. Join me in reliving and celebrating the remarkable journey we've been on together, before we unveil the next step of that journey.
It may have started with one man, but it took the hearts and minds of many more to make the dream a reality. That dream began at the height of the Cold War, when the world was on the very brink of annihilation. He conceived of an Ark-like spacefaring ship, financed by the wealthiest countries, families, and private institutions such as the SUBLIME Foundation, as a gesture of global care for the human race. That ship journeyed for 200 years, was home to 5 generations, and sailed past many solar systems, making fascinating discoveries along the way, like the bacteria that are now responsible for our energy supply, or the mineral samples we took from planets along the way that allow us to build new materials. We had difficulties to deal with too, such as surprise asteroid fields, periods of hopelessness, and the unpleasant albeit brief alien infestation. And of course, 120 years after launch, our last message from our beloved Earth in its final moments. After 200 years, we finally arrived at our destination, only to find that the promising, watery planet contained no habitable landmass and dense, toxic gases in the atmosphere. Hardly the second Earth we had hoped for. It wasn't long into our new search that the solar winds came. Maybe our ancestors couldn't have possibly known, or maybe they could, that they would cause our ship to crash, just like Icarus, but with worse luck. Either way, we can be thankful for a soft landing and good waterproofing.
Wasn't that a wild ride, huh? We've achieved so much aboard the Fedora, but we've never stopped thinking big. We had the idea to make sure we weren't missing out on anything going on outside. We're in a whole new galaxy, so we should be listening to see what the local news is. So we hatched a new plan. A state-of-the-art, deep space radio buoy capable of keeping itself afloat and slowly circumnavigating our watery new home while scanning for signals and interesting cosmic gossip. And, wait for it, yes, we're delighted to announce it's floating to the surface right now. That's right, the buoy will be in position in another few hours. Big congratulations and thanks to All Water for making this possible. I'm excited to see what we pick up.
That was some announcement, huh?
Sure. Makes for some nice gossip. But I think they should fix the tube system or upgrade the TVs, eh? For this fancy boy drama, eh?
Yeah, that'd be nice. What if there really is nothing else out there?
Exactamundo. We should be focusing on inner space before outer, huh?
Yeah, man. Speaking of inner space, I hope the tickets are working again tomorrow.
Que claro. At least I brought some homework to mark. Those bambinos will forget everything at this rate.
And you've got your trusty couch.
Yep. We've gotten to know each other well.
Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep. Buona notte, Chris.
Buona notte, Harold.
Quelle mise en scène incroyable, franchement. Je suis sur le cul. Alors apparemment, All Water Corporation ont lancé un satellite pour détecter, savoir s'il y a des voisins dans la galaxie dans laquelle on se trouve, puisqu'apparemment, vous l'avez vu avec l'annonce, on a été... Ah, on a une autre annonce. Nous vous rappelons que le tubulaire de toute eau ne va pas tarder à fermer pour la nuit. Rentrez vite, vous mettre au chaud pour ne pas finir... Mais ouais, apparemment, on a été envoyé sur une autre planète puisque l'humanité allait probablement s'éteindre et on a mis 200 ans à parcourir l'espace. Et donc on se retrouve ici sur cette planète aquatique que l'on pensait habitable et pourtant il n'en est rien. Donc j'ai hâte d'en savoir plus. Je vais regarder les tâches que j'ai à faire au lit. Je déclare qu'il est l'heure de faire un somme. J'aurais préféré que mon lit ne soit pas situé juste sous le labo. Bah, il est pas mal notre lit. Elle est pas mal notre petite chambre là. En plus on a un petit salon et tout ça. Non, franchement. On est plutôt bien. Allez, au lit. Le pauvre Harold, il sourit pas beaucoup, hein.
What a day. Here's hoping tomorrow is a bit more relaxed. I could do with a day off. All this running back and forth for people is tiring, man. But, Agent Harrelson, that's what they pay you for. Don't let us down now.
T'inquiète pas, Harold, on va résoudre tout ça. L'histoire est très prenante. J'ai vraiment envie d'en savoir plus. « 18 251e jour après C. » On a une petite carte du système solaire. Alors, est-ce que c'est le système solaire dans lequel nous sommes? Allez, on va monter, on va voir ce qu'on a à faire pour cette deuxième journée. Ou cette 18 251e journée.
Morning, Harold.
Hello, Professor. What did you think of that announcement?
It was quite fantastically self-aggrandizing.
Yes, it did go on a bit. The boy seems cool, though.
Indeed. I'm sure it'll make a great source of distraction. Now, if you're quite ready...
Sure. Ready for what?
I made a breakthrough discovery at the Arboretum last night. Do you remember the last batch of bloomy rocks?
Oh, the really small ones from the last intake? The ones with the strange shapes and the little holes and...
The blue ones, yes. Turns out their surface composition doesn't just give us clues about our immediate aquatic environs. I think they've picked up some influences from outer space as well. Take a look through the microscope. You'll see what I mean.
Just remind me exactly how that thing works again.
Harold, are you fooling me? This will be the last time I explain it to you, so for once, pay attention. You need to open the hatch first. Now, activate the switch next to the board to open the sample shelf.
Ah, le levier qu'on a activé tout à l'heure, là? Ah. C'est donc à ça que ça sert. C'est pour le microscope.
The rock you want is in the container on the lower right. You remember your left and right?
Ah, quand même. Je connais ma gauche et ma droite. On doit sélectionner cet échantillon-là. Hop. Dans le microscope. Voyons voir ce qu'il y a.
Et voilà.
Et voilà.
Check the microscope and finally you'll see what I mean.
Donc elle nous parle de plantes.
The one you're looking at now seems to have picked up radiation from our nearest sun. There's a particular mark for each time there's been a solar flare.
I can only see one mark?
That's the problem. There isn't enough of a recording on this one. I dated it to roughly 40 BC.
So we need an older one. For...
Exactly. Older ones, ideally. Although I doubt we'll have much luck catching more of them by chance. Oh, yes. We have to figure out when there's going to be a gap between flares. Flares cause the solar winds. A gap between solar storms is our only window for leaving this place. I need you to look into this, Harold. If anyone on board has an older rock, we need it procured. Yes?
But if we're not going to be able to catch one, where am I supposed to start looking?
You could start at Tommy's store. You and I both know that guy somehow gets hold of whatever those filter stations spit out, and then sells them at an outrageous
Faut que j'aille voir Tommy.
Good evening, Jean.
Chercher la pierre
Nice to
bleue.
see you, Bridget.
Is the sample in the microscope? I'm really curious to inspect it.
Yes, you definitely should.
On peut lui parler ou pas? On peut parler aux personnages comme ça, même s'ils sont
you're the
occupés.
professor's assistant, Jeremy, right?
Yes, but no.
Jérémy,
I'm Harold
pas vraiment.
HALIBUT. I interned in your section for about a year.
Oh goodness, you're microwave boy.
So, you do remember me.
Yes, how could I forget that debacle? Actually, I've just met with your professor.
Is everything okay?
Not entirely, but I probably shouldn't be telling you.
Okay, I'll...
But I suppose if Moreau trusts you, I'm a bit worried about our ship's energy reserves. Thought I'd talk to your boss about it. She's the smartest person on board, isn't she?
Les réserves d'énergie. On a des problèmes?
Are we in some kind of trouble?
Now I've said too much. Ask Moreau. Perhaps she'll tell you more.
Ok. Vous n'avez pas parlé des inflorescences minérales alors?
Did you guys talk about the bloomy rocks at all? Moreau said I should maybe check with your husband.
As a matter of fact, we did. As for my husband, you'll have to ask him.
On va devoir aller
more than
voir
I've been
Tommy.
able to do the past few days. Knowing that infuriating rock collection, I'm sure he'll find you something. He's a sweetheart, really, you know? Go ask him.
Avec
See you
plaisir.
later.
On
Bye,
va aller voir
Richard.
Tommy. Où se trouve Tommy? Au bazar de Tommy, à la galerie marchande de l'Agora, pour lui demander s'il n'a pas la pierre bleue. Non, ça c'est notre chambre. On va aller à la galerie marchande. Là, je vois qu'il y a du stockage ici. On peut entrer là? Ah oui, on peut. Waouh. C'est très beau aussi, mais j'ai l'impression qu'il n'y a pas grand-chose à faire. Eh bien, go à la galerie marchande. J'espère qu'on va pouvoir emprunter les tubes.
Harold, when you see Cyrus, could you give him a message for me?
Sure thing, Professor.
Just ask him, how are the details coming along?
Okay. I will ask him, but,
Yes, I know. I could ask him myself, but didn't you stop to wonder why I don't want to?
I just did stop to wonder.
It's complicated, okay? We go back a long way and don't always see eye to eye, especially on matters of categorization, nomenclature, and subsequent archiving methodology. Not that he ever saw fit to delineate his preferred... Don't mind me, Harold. I just mean, Cyrus has his stubborn phases, and I just can't talk to him when he's in one.
Okay, say no more. Your message is safe with me.
Actually, Harold... No, it's okay. Nothing. Run along now.
Go, go, go. Je sais pas si vous le ressentez aussi, mais l'ambiance du jeu est très reposante, très calme, très douce. Ça fait du bien, un jeu comme ça. Je suis déjà à fond dedans alors que ce n'est qu'une démo. Galerie d'Agora. D'abord, on va aller là. On va faire notre première tâche, puis on va aller ensuite au truc botanique. Voir Cyrus. Pas Miley Cyrus.
Utterly unconcerned for your own safety, no respect for authority, wanton disregard for the future of humanity.
Harold! Good timing. You can explain things to the Major, can't you?
Harold, come here and explain things. And yourself.
Major, I'm just passing through. I really don't know what this is about. Hi, Felix.
So you're not here to make excuses for this diminutive delinquent?
Hey, I'm not diminutive. I've just got longer to live than you. And Harold, tell him about our
T'as
plan.
bien raison, gamin.
Harold! I thought I told you to stay out of trouble. I should have known you'd be wrapped up in this.
J'ai absolument aucune idée. Je n'ai pas le... Hop
I'm not
là.
in trouble. There is no plan.
Are you questioning my authority
Ouais,
and
mec.
your
Qu'est-ce que tu
organizational
vas faire?
merits?
What? No, Major.
If I find out you're a bad influence on young Felix here...
Not me. Major. Whatever Felix did, I'm sure it was meant innocently.
And how would you know about that?
Parce que c'est un bon garçon.
Unless you're in league with him.
C'est un gosse, qu'est-ce qu'il a bien pu faire de si grave?
I mean, if you just relax.
Relax? Harold, you're really starting to tweak my beat.
Aïe aïe aïe.
But what did Felix do anyway?
Utterly unconcerned for his own safety, no respect for authority.
D'accord, il a rien fait quoi.
Anyway, Major, under whose jurisdiction is Harold in trouble?
Mine! I'm the law here. Felix, will you be a witness to this?
Absolutely.
And can you testify to Harold's involvement?
Only if he's willing to testify to mine.
Harold, tell the truth now. It'll be easier in the long run.
C'est de la folie, je m'en vais.
I haven't witnessed anything to testify.
Damn it! Then the case is in danger of falling apart.
I'm sure Felix's parents will deal with this.
Good point. They should really be present while you question me, Major. I'm only a minor.
Don't you throw the
Il a
book
tout
at
compris.
me, son. Where are they anyway?
I don't know. And good luck finding them.
Oh no, Felix, have you lost them?
Harold, leave this to the professionals. Felix, do you mean to tell me you've neglected to file a missing person or persons report?
Shouldn't we look for them?
Don't change the subject.
But, Major, what is the subject?
That's right, Harold. Know your rights.
If, and I
Oh,
mean
je suis
if,
mort, franchement,
you're
c'est trop
acting
drôle.
as some kind of heroic big brother figure to this young man, I expect you to be a positive influence.
There's no...
Come on, spit it out, man!
Just leave me alone, Sandstrom. I've got fish to feed.
Okay, Harold, but your fish won't save you if I catch you red-handed. Now, Felix! Where is
Allez hop,
Felix?
Oh no.
il t'a échappé.
Felix?
Harold, you've lost him! Ah.
Complètement malade, il est complètement détraqué ce mec. Salut toi.
Hello, Mr. Secretary. 8, right?
I'm afraid not. You must be thinking of my brother, Secretary 8. Or Secretary 24, of course.
Oh, sorry.
Ils ont des numéros
I
comme ça?
always get that mixed up. there are just 3 of you, right?
Well now, 3 of us work for Allwater, yes.
Oh, so there's another who doesn't?
Yes, Secretary 8 is the man to ask about that. He remembers it all much better than I do.
Remembers? Okay, sounds serious.
Anyway, I'm neglecting my post. Welcome to the Agora Arcades. Would you like to partake in the monthly all-water raffle bonanza?
Oh, sure. Wait,
Pourquoi pas?
is it free to enter?
Certainly. The raffle is a generous gesture of frivolity from Allwater to you, the citizens of Fedora.
Quels sont les lots?
What are the prizes?
Well, there's a long list of luxuries, a plethora of pleasurable prizes. The full list can be perused at your leisure on the Allwater Public Access Forum.
Ok.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'll just spin her up. Drum roll, please. And... Looks like you were unlucky this time, but that's life.
J'ai rien
Try again
gagné.
next month.
C'est pas juste ça. Allez, voyons voir ce qu'il y a dans cette galerie. Ah, c'est le... C'est la pièce qu'on a vue au début du jeu. Très grande pièce, très jolie. On dirait qu'il y a un bar en haut. Ah, en bas aussi. C'est un petit peu peut-être le point où les citoyens se retrouvent pour partager des moments ensemble. Et moi, je dois aller où déjà? Qu'est-ce que je dois faire déjà? Ah oui, je dois aller au bazar de Tommy. Et le bazar de Tommy, il est où? On a des personnes ici. Je vais pas leur parler pour le moment, parce qu'on a autre chose à faire. J'aimerais bien terminer la mission dans cette vidéo. Petite musique qui accompagne notre périple. Ça doit pas être le bazar ici, hein.
You're cool. So be cool all of the time with my patented Consta-Cool fabrics. So you see, that's the Slippy difference. And if you just watch this exciting infomercial... Ah, Harold! If it isn't my favorite multi-maintenance man. Wait, are you sure I can't interest you in...
Mince.
Oh, never mind.
Hello. How's business?
You're an everyman, right? I've made a new ad.
Oh, le charlatan, il va nous faire la promo de ces trucs et tout là.
Great, but maybe it's too high concept.
Oh, well, I'm not really qualified to...
Nonsense, just watch.
Qu'est-ce que tu as à nous proposer?
I was trying to read a book in the comfort of my own home, but my own home wasn't comfortable. It was too hot to concentrate. Will I ever be able to read to my children or enjoy the adventures of the Fedora 4 from my armchair again? Why, yes, of course you will. With my patented, tried and tested aircon system, you'll always be able to keep your brain, books, and body sweat-free and as cool as Jimson Jameson himself. Please note, Slippy's aircon system is not officially endorsed by the creators of the Fedora 4 or their likenesses. Sometimes I just can't get cozy. How's a man supposed to look after his family with cold arms? My family are depending on me. What am I going to do? Clad yourself in one of our triple insulating cozy jackets and matching thermal underwear, of course.
Oh, le vendeur.
You know what they say, warm hands,
Ah, il est trop fort. Il est trop fort, ce mec.
Slippy's means heritage. I'm the latest in a long tradition of winter sports enthusiasts. Slipmeyers throughout history have kept everyone from royalty to the common man warm and cozy in their pursuits of the great outdoors. Slippy's means social responsibility. The Schlipmeyers were one of the most generous sponsors of the Fedora 1 project, giving back to the people, sharing their knowledge of insulation technologies and considerable wealth to keep humanity warm and cozy among the stars. Remember, you deserve to live and work at whatever temperature is right for you. With over 200 years of expertise, you can bet the weather forecast shows slippies across the board. Come in out of the cold and into slippies. Slippies. Heat protection so good, it'll be a cold day in hell.
Les graphismes sont incroyables.
Well, what did you think?
Eh bien, c'est très bien réalisé. C'est très bien réalisé.
There were lots of things, and...
Great! So glad you agree. And while you're here...
I was just going...
Ouais, laisse-moi partir, s'il te plaît, j'ai des trucs à faire, putain.
It's new and improved by a little modification to my patented aircon system that I'm calling the Freezer!
Is that... do I have to...
I'm glad you asked. It combines precise atmospheric condition synthesis with the ski sim to recreate the most lifelike experience of skiing you can dream of.
That sounds... wait. Me? Skiing? But I don't...
Nonsense. I'm sure you're a natural. Now let's get you strapped in.
Ok, on va tester ça. Tu vas voir, on va se péter la gueule. Voilà, j'en étais sûr.
Oh, Harold, you were really blown away by it, huh? First time's the hardest. It's all downhill from there. Ha! I guess I'm Slippy by name, but you're Slippy by nature.
I guess so. I'd really better go now.
Sure, but just so you know, I run a pretty generous referral scheme if you're interested. For every customer you get.
Gotta dash.
Okay, Harold.
Allez, lâche-moi la grappe. J'ai des choses à faire. On va aller voir en haut. Apparemment, c'est peut-être en haut que je vais trouver le bazar. Je sais pas si c'est pas ça, justement. Non, c'est un truc de boisson, ça aussi.
Hello.
Hey man, welcome to the fish hut. Sample a homegrown fedora fish or a freshwater catch of the day.
Non merci.
What's the catch of the day today?
Today, we have the great spotted super grouper.
Sounds tasty. Just out of interest, is that a native fish?
Hard to tell, man. You know, a few of the ship's fish escaped during the crash. So we don't know if they thrive in the ocean or even intermingle with native species.
Ah oui.
But we can guarantee that fresh super grouper taste you know and love.
Le super mérou. Ouais. Non, du coup. Non, merci. Il est où cette fameuse boutique, là? Mais normalement, ça devrait être là, quand même. Je devrais pouvoir y entrer, logiquement, non?
There's the blue rock. The bane of my day.
Ouais, c'est bien ici, hein.
Where's Tommy when you need him?
Mais Tommy ne se trouve pas dans les parages. Mais je pense qu'il est là, hein. Il y a moyen qu'il soit là, Tommy.
Sim, what do you think about the announcement then?
I think it sounds exciting, Alan.
Do you think everything...
Hey, Tommy.
Ouais, c'est bien
I don't
lui.
suppose you'll be back in the shop soon? Or
Il a l'air au bout de sa vie, le pauvre.
can come back later?
Comme tout le monde dans ce vaisseau.
What do you need?
It's just that the professor and I need some sea rocks. I mean, filter rocks from older times that have come from the filters, and I feel like you might have one?
Shh, quiet! Don't be mentioning Filter Frankie. You know that every piece of my inventory is legally obtained or legally found, right?
Right, sure. That's why I'm here. To legally acquire an item of yours that you may have.
Okay, look and listen here, Longy Long Pants. I shut the store for a reason, you know? Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you Longy Long Pants just then.
You sure you don't want me to come back another time?
It's fine. I'm just feeling sorry for myself. I've got this gut feeling that my beautiful angel wife don't care about me no more.
Ah merde.
No, I know I'm oversharing again. Tommy, you gotta stop oversharing. Look, kid, either way, I'm not gonna be of any help to you
Pas
today.
pour aujourd'hui, la pierre.
If you're sure.
Yeah, you just caught me on a blue
Peut pas
note,
tout avoir tout de
that's
suite.
all. She's been spending so much time with that beautiful chunk of marble. You know the guy in the silk robe and the flowing locks?
Chris? Est-ce qu'on parle de Chris? Ok, donc tout ça pour ne même pas obtenir la pierre. Et Brigitte. Il faut que j'aille voir Brigitte. Et il faut que j'aille aussi voir Cyrus. Donc on va aller dans le jardin botanique. Toujours là, toi? Un message du professeur. Sélectionner. Quelqu'un a encore fait des graffitis sur le mur. C'est très laid. Nettoie-moi ça. Mais pour qui est-ce qu'on me prend, moi? Pour qui est-ce que l'on me prend? Secteur du labo.
Destination determined. Now, relax with all water. You're here. Thank you for choosing all water tubes.
Ok, alors je sais pas où sont les graffitis exactement, mais si je les vois, je vais les nettoyer. Ah, ok. C'est donc ici. Il y a un seau pas très loin.
Graffiti. What good is asking where is home anyway? Where else are we gonna go? Could they just leave some notes around? I wonder if this is the Lightkeepers again, or just someone copying their style. Will they ever reveal themselves?
Est-ce qu'on doit le faire manuellement? Ah ouais. C'est vraiment sympa qu'on nous ait donné la possibilité de le faire manuellement aussi. Au lieu que ce soit une cinématique ou quoi. C'est plutôt bizarre. La manière dont il bouge et tout ça, mais c'est très sympa. J'aime bien. Ça donne l'aspect vraiment de travailler. Allez. Cool. Merde, il me manque un petit bout. Donc ça, c'est fait. Je crois que c'était en bas le jardin botanique. Hein. Je crois que c'est en bas. Allez Harold, il faut que tu te dépêches un petit peu. J'aime bien la façon dont il court aussi, c'est très drôle. La façon dont il se déplace. Ah merde, il est pas là. Mince. Bon bah ce sera peut-être pour un autre jour alors. Je sais pas du tout où est-ce que je pourrais trouver Cyrus. Allons voir le docteur, le professeur, le scientifique Marrow et son ami du coup.
So, did you get the rock?
Well, I did go and see Tommy, but he and Bridget, have some marital issues.
I'm sorry to hear they're not blithely going through life in perfect bliss, but we
Bah
need
oui,
the
Harold,
rock,
faut forcer un petit peu.
How are things going with Bridget?
I really hope you're not asking in relation to the marital problems.
No, I'm just trying to find the rock.
Think she's gone back to the harvest office now.
Oh,
Au
okay.
bureau de production.
Thanks, Professor.
Où est-ce qu'il est le bureau de production? Quoi qu'il en soit les amis, je pense que nous on va s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui, pour cette démo. Je pense qu'elle continue encore un petit peu, je vais la faire de mon côté, mais je vous laisse découvrir par vous-même si jamais vous en avez envie. La démo est gratuite, disponible sur Steam, n'hésitez pas. Mais en tout cas, si vous avez aimé la démo et aimé la vidéo, n'hésitez pas à mettre un petit j'aime, justement, ça peut toujours m'aider. Et on se retrouve bien sûr très bientôt dans une prochaine vidéo. Je vous dis donc à la prochaine, et bien sûr, ce n'est que partie remise.